Okay. Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Good afternoon from Xi'an University, and welcome to join our new session of the online promotional webinar. We have invited different few schools from our university to introduce you about the study and life in XJTU. And in the past, we have invited schools including the School of Law and School of Electronic Information, School of Aerospace. Different schools have introduced, and today we are coming to the School of Humanities and Social Science. And this afternoon, we are very pleased to invite Ms. Liu Qianrui from the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, who is the administrator of the school's foreign affairs, to give us a very comprehensive introduction about the School of Humanities and what you can learn, what you can get from this school. So without further ado, let's invite Ms. Liu, please.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen first. Okay, can you see my screen? And can you hear me clearly? Okay, I will get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Liu Qianrui, and I work at Humanities and Social Science School in Xi'an University as the Foreign Affairs Secretary. It's very glad to meet you here. And I cannot wait to tell you guys why our school is a great choice for those who want to study in China. And here's some pictures of Xi'an. Xi'an University located in city Xi'an, which has a fantastic reputation for being a time-honored historical and cultural city. Xi'an has been regarded as one of the 4 greatest cities of ancient civilization in the world. In addition, with the longest history and most influence among its Chinese counterparts, Xi'an has been reputed as the cradle of Chinese people and civilization, as well as the representative of Chinese culture. Xi'an has been the first Chinese city opened up to the outside world and the starting point of the well-known city Silk Road. The terracotta varieties and houses of Qin, one of the 8 wonders of the world, fully represent the profound historical and cultural deficit of Xi'an. And what's more, known as the Natural History Museum in China, Xi'an holds a great number of precious cultural relics and sites, of which many are rarely seen in China and in the world, and which is why millions of tourists visit Xi'an every year. And this is some of the pictures. And in the next page, I will show you some pictures of Xi'an University. And our university is one of the oldest higher education institutions in China, with 126 years of teaching experiences. And currently, Xi'an University is a comprehensive research university with 10 major categories of disciplines: science, engineering, medicine, economics, management, humanities, law, philosophy, education, and art, and 26 schools, 9 university colleges for undergraduates, and 20 affiliated teaching hospitals. Okay, and now let me introduce Humanities and Social Science School. Let's see our history. We have a history of humanities education for over 100 years. And the School of Humanities and Social Science School was established in 1994. And we have 134 faculty and staff members, including 28 professors and 61 associate professors. And currently, our school consists of 7 departments and research centers: Department of Philosophy, Department of Sociology, Department of Chinese Language and Literature, Department of Arts, Department of Chinese Calligraphy, and Music Education Center, and Institute of Social Psychology. And about the programs, we possess both doctor and master programs. And about the doctor programs, we have philosophy, and the areas is about knowledge philosophy theory, physical philosophy, information philosophy, cultural philosophy, Taoism, Confucius philosophy, Marxist philosophy. And about social development and management, we have social network, relational sociology, social stratification, economic sociology, sociology of family and pension problem, social policy and social governance, and social psychology. And let's come to the master programs. We provide philosophy, sociology, Chinese language and literature, and art design. And I will give you 1 minute to see. Okay. And I believe most of you guys are interested in Chinese culture program. This program is established the Chinese Cultural Studies Master Program, providing high quality Chinese cultural education. And this program is designed for international students particularly. And you can choose to study in English or Chinese. It's based on your Chinese language standards. Since 2015, hundreds of students come from countries in Africa, Central Asia, Europe, and other countries in the Belt and Road initiatives have finished their courses and got the degree. And you can see our courses. You should take all the core courses. If you take the Chinese taught program, you should take Contemporary Chinese Society, Introduction to Chinese Culture, China in Global Perspective, Chinese History, Advanced Chinese Language. And you can choose several elective courses like Thematic Study of Contemporary Chinese History, Thematic Study of Contemporary Chinese Philosophy, Thematic Study of Chinese Aesthetics, Chinese Painting Research, Chinese Calligraphy Techniques Research, Research on Chinese Modern and Contemporary Literature, Research on Contemporary Chinese Major Theories and Practice, Social Governance, and Social Policy. And if you choose the program for English speakers, you can choose the elective courses like HSK test training level 1 to 3, international communication, classical Chinese poems, science fiction and imagination, Chinese art history, Chinese music appreciation, Chinese architecture and landscape cultural heritage protection, a study of China's reform and opening up, the OBOR initiative and the open policy of China, studies on contemporary China's international strategy and diplomacy, and Chinese Revolution cultural spirit. And for all the program, the length of study is 2 or 3 years. It depends on how fast you can finish the courses. And for all the programs, we would like to emphasize is on practical learning. And you can see this as some of our field trip pictures. This is our famous contemporary calligrapher Zhong Mingshan, who takes the international students to the Museum of Forest of Steels. And all of our lectures are taught by specialists. And these are some of the pictures of our field trip, seminars, and courses. And thanks. And I have a video to share for you. And it's time to check out our campus and learn more about students' life here in Qianrui University. And wait a second.
Intertwine the heaven and earth, light of the world. What is learned into practice? Transform the world through humanistic education. Standing at the starting point of the Silk Road, Qianrui University has a long history of humanities education. Sheng Xuanhuan, a famous industrialist and educator in modern China, established Nanyang College in 1896. In 1908, the college established the Chinese liberal arts discipline. In 1956, relocated to Xi'an, the School of Humanities and Social Science was officially established in 1994. In 2019, Harvard established the Humanities and Social Science opening a new chapter of its development. More than 130 outstanding teachers from the field of humanities and social sciences. As the base camp of Qianrui University's humanity quality education, the school offers more than 50 humanities and general education courses for the whole university every year. The school relies on the cultural resources of the Zhou, Qin, Han, and Tang dynasties in Shanxi, cultivates students' international vision, inherits the westward move spirit as the starting point, improves the education model, and innovates and carries out a variety of campus cultural activities. The school launched the undergraduate major categories cultivation program in 2015. Based on a global perspective, it has developed cooperation projects of undergraduate, master, and doctoral double degree with many well-known universities in Europe and North America. The school also established the Chinese Cultural Studies Master's programs for international students, providing high-quality Chinese cultural education for international students from countries in Africa, Central Asia, Europe, and other countries in the Belt and Road initiatives. As a core talent training base, the Advanced Training Center of the school serves as providing high-level quality training for government officials. Position of the country, responsibility of the humanities. The Humanities and Social Science Institute of the Western China Science and Technology Innovation Harbor has 4 institutes, which provide ideological, spiritual, and cultural support for advancing the modernization of the social governance system and governance capabilities, and satisfying the people's yearning for a better life. In the past 5 years, the school has undertaken more than 100 projects supported by the National Social Science Foundation, and so on. Its teachers have published more than 50 academic works, published more than 600 authoritative papers. The school gives full play to the advantages of humanities, art, and other disciplines, provides superior quality education for Qianrui University students, and makes important contributions to the humanities of Qianrui University, ideas of Qianrui University, and the construction of campus culture. Phoenix sings and tweets on the high hills, standing at a new historical starting point. The school upholds the heritage of Tang Wen-zhi, Li Shutong, Zhang Chuo, and other predecessors, hoisting the banner of the westward move spirit, and grasping the strategic opportunity of the Belt and Road Initiative and the development of Western China, using wisdom, talent, and sweat to respond to the question of the times, to promote the innovation and theory, and to help make Qianrui University a world-class university.
And okay, that's all I'm going to share. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thanks to Ms. Liu's very detailed introduction of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. And next part, from the admission office side, I will give you a much more general introduction of our scholarship policies and the programs we have and how to apply to our university. Because I have seen quite a few questions in the chatting room asking about the programs and the funding policy we have. So I think this is the part you should pay attention to. And okay, so I'll just get into my introduction right away. Okay, so I believe Ms. Liu have given us quite a brief introduction of XJTU about our history, about the school's history, and the majors they have in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. So I will just skip this part of the university history, which have been introduced by Ms. Liu, and this is how we are doing among the Chinese universities today, because you can see we are one of the top Chinese universities you can find in China. And these are the major subjects and the schools we have. And I have seen you guys in the chatting room asking about the management or business administration and English literature. That is all covered here in the schools and the subjects we are offering. And this is the page you should pay attention to, which is the key subjects or the top subjects we have in XJTU. As you can see from this chart, that all the subjects are classified from A+ to B. That is a nationwide ranking of all the Chinese universities and all the Chinese universities subjects we have. And among all the universities in China offering power engineering and engineering thermophysics, electrical engineering, XJTU comes the top, which means we are the number one in China offering these two subjects. And besides that, the other subjects on this slide is also one of the top among Chinese universities, which means if you're interested in these following areas in A-, B+, or B, it's all a very good choice to come to XJTU to study these related courses. And here are some key figures of XJTU currently. As I mentioned, that we are a general university offering different subjects, so we have quite a few schools, which is 31 schools in XJTU now, and 3 teaching hospitals, 4 campuses. The academic staff is around 4,300. 2,000 plus among the staff are professors and associate professors, and the total student number is more than 51,000. There are more than 3,000 are international students coming from 130 countries and regions. We are now creating university cooperation with more than 300 universities from other countries. This is the basic course structure here in XJTU. As you can see, we are offering the bachelor, master, and PhD to all the international students. You can study all the different levels here in XJTU. The study duration for bachelor is from 4 to 5 years. For master is 2 to 3 years, as introduced by Ms. Liu. And PhD's study duration is 3 to 6 years. And all these 3 different diploma or degree will have corresponding scholarship policy, which I will introduce later. So I will just skip to the part of the scholarships which you are most interested here. Okay, so as we have a corresponding scholarship system from bachelor to master to PhD, this is the first scholarship we have for the bachelors. It's called the International Freshman Scholarship. As you can see, it's divided into different 3 levels. The first one is an exemption from all the tuition fee of first year. The second level is 50% exemption. And the third level is the 30% exemption of the first year's tuition fee. And all these 3 levels will have a corresponding monthly living allowance from 800 to 1,500 RMB per month. As long as you come to China and study, there will be a monthly living allowance for you to sponsor your study and life here. And when it comes to the postgraduate level, which is master and PhD, we have 4 different scholarship programs. The first one on the left is maybe the one you are most familiar with, is the Chinese government scholarship. In XJTU, this scholarship only covers master and PhD. And in this level, if you get this scholarship, you don't need to pay the tuition, and there will be a free accommodation and a comprehensive medical insurance and a monthly living allowance, which is 3,000 per month for a master and 3,500 RMB per month for the PhD. And on the university level, we have this XJTU Siyuan scholarship. It will also exempt your tuition fee and give you a monthly living allowance, also divided into 3 different levels, which you can find on our School of International Education's website. The third one is a bit different. It's for the international Chinese language learners. It will cover 1 year, 1 semester, or 4 weeks of Chinese language studies. And as you can, the policy of visa is open now, and you can apply for this language study and try to come to China in person. The last one is offered by the Xi'an city government. It's called the Xi'an Belt and Road Scholarship. As you know, that Xi'an is the starting point of the Belt and Road, and the city government have given us a scholarship program to sponsor all the international students from the Belt and Road countries. There will be a monthly scholarship for 10 months a year to sponsor your study, and this is also this is for bachelor, master, and PhD is overall. So, if you want to join us to apply for this university, here are some basic eligibilities or requirements for you guys. If you're trying for bachelor, then this is our requirement. So first of all, you have to be between 18 to 25 years of age and in a good health condition. And the next one is you have to bear a valid foreign ordinary passport. And the third one is you have to be graduated from high school or have an advanced diploma. The first one is your Chinese proficiency must be above HSK4 with a minimum of 60 in all the sub-skills, because almost all of our bachelor programs are taught in Chinese. That's why we're requiring you have a basic Chinese language skill to understand your education. And the application is now started and will last until June 30th of 2023 next year. So you still have plenty of time to apply for the bachelor program, and you can find all the detailed information on our school's website, and there is a special brochure for you to follow it. So this is a part of postgraduate. If you want to apply for master or PhD, then this is our requirements. The first one is you have to be a non-Chinese citizen with a valid passport and be in good health, of course. For the master program, you must have got a bachelor degree and be under 35 years of age. And for PhD program, you must have a master degree and be under 40 years of age. And here I want to mention that we are only emphasizing on the diploma, not the subject. I mean, if you want to apply for PhD and you have a master degree, then that's enough. And if you're trying for a PhD in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, but you have a master in electrical engineering, for example, then that's okay. We're not choosing or judging your academic background. As long as you have the corresponding diploma we are requiring, it doesn't matter what you have studied in your last period of time. So just go for it and try, as long as you have the degree. So the application now is also started, and it will end on April 15th, 2023. And if you want to try for the Chinese government scholarship, then the deadline is a bit earlier. You have to submit your application by the end of February 2023. So there are still around 2 months of time, and you better hurry up. And because we will have a following online interview and organize a university evaluation of all the applicants. So it will take up some time. So you have to submit your application as soon as possible. And now this, at the bottom, there are 2 links for the master and the PhD programs, which you can find on our school's website. There is a detailed list of all the programs and professors we have. And here are some foundation programs we offer. So as you can see, the foundation program is between high school and bachelor, which means you graduated from high school and you want to be better prepared for the bachelor course offered in Chinese universities, then you can apply for these foundation programs to better prepare yourself for the bachelor study. And in XJTU, we have 11, 18, and 36 different weeks. So 3 different types of foundation programs for you to apply. And for all the applicants, this is a very important part, is your documents, what you should upload or what you should prepare for your application to XJTU. The first one is the highest diploma and its notarized copies. If you are getting a prospective diploma, you must give us an official certificate from your current university. And by highest diploma, I mean that if you try for PhD, then you have to submit your master diploma. And if you apply for master, then you have to submit your bachelor. And if bachelor, then it's high school corresponding. And the second one is original transcript in the latest study period, because we have to check how is your academic performance in your last diploma study. The third one is the certificate of language proficiency. And the next one is your valid ordinary passport and your physical examination record, which can be downloaded from our school's website, and you have to fulfill all the columns in the hospital check-in. And there is an application fee for all the applicants. It's 500 for the self-sponsored program and 800 for the scholarship program. There will be a notice for you to pay the application fee after we check your application documents. And there are some notes for you when you are uploading the documents. The first one is you have to scan all your documents and upload in the system so that we can see it clearly to judge if it's qualified or not. The second note is all the incomplete applications will be rejected. But before rejection, we will give you a chance to resubmit, to revise your applications. But if you didn't take the chance, then you will be rejected. The last one is that all the documents have to be in English or in Chinese. If you're getting your diploma or other documents in other languages, for example, Russian or Spanish, then you have to give us a notarized translation into Chinese or English. And this is our application procedure. As you can see, all the procedures are done online in our online application system. And this is the link. You can go to this system, and there is an operational brochure for you to follow step by step. But first one here, you have to register in the online application system and create your application account. Then you have to fulfill your all personal information and your study plan, like choose what you want to study. The third step is to upload all the documents I just introduced one by one and make sure that it's qualified and enough. The fourth step will be the payment of application fee. It's either 500 or 800 in RMB, and we will email you to notice you. Then your initial application can be regarded as completed. And after that, we will go through all your application and documents and give you a notice for the potential online interview and the following procedures. And this is the link of our school's website, the School of International Education, SIE, and our link is sie.xjtu.edu.cn. And you can find an application guide and Q&A here on our front page. You can download this document. I think most of your questions can be well answered in this document. So, okay, finally, this is our contact information. You can reach us by fax, telephone, email, or come to our website. And last year, we have also opened 3 of our official accounts on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And today's webinar will also be recorded and uploaded to the YouTube and released in the Facebook and Instagram platform for you to replay and get the information you need. This is our account, and we welcome you to follow us. You can also scan this QR code to join our group and to ask your questions regarding your applications. Okay, so I think that's pretty much I want to introduce to you guys. And if you have any question, you can ask us in the chatting room. Please type your question in the chatting room, and we will select your questions to answer and make sure you know how to get to XJTU and apply to XJTU. Okay, well, I see a lot of questions. Okay, I'm going to try to follow you guys. If the QR code is expired, then you can try to follow us. I will show you that slide. Okay, yeah. So if the QR code is expired, then you can write us email and or come to our school's website. And this is our account on the 3 platforms. You can follow us. And I think it's the best way for you to get information is to follow us on Instagram or Facebook. It's much recently updated, will be the latest information for you guys. Yeah, I see questions about acceptance letters. Actually, it is helpful for your application, but it's whether it's necessary is depend by the school. That's why you should go to our school's website and check the doctoral program list and see if the acceptance letter is necessary for the different school, because it is required by the single school whether they need the letter or not. But in the initial part of your application, if you got this letter, then it's going to helpful for your application, of course. And the application deadline is April 15th. But if you're trying for the if you're trying for the CSE scholarship, then you're suggested to give your application by the end of February. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, I see that question of the program list of CSE and the university. Yes, it is. Well, I have to say that it's different because some majors are created by our university, which is different from the CSE system because they use the national database of the program list. And some we have some majors, like the new media major is created by our university ourselves. So our suggestion is to choose the right major in our university system and choose a similar or related major in the CSE system. Then we will know what you are trying to apply and give you the most concrete guide. Well, yeah, I see students asking about the language. So it's different by the medium language of the program. First of all, you have to check what kind of program you're applying for, because we have 2 types. One is the Chinese taught program, then the other one is the English taught program. And if you are trying for the Chinese taught program, then we're asking your HSK. You have to be above HSK 4, right? So if you're asking, applying for the English taught programs, then we need your TOEFL or IELTS. If you do not have TOEFL or else, then you can give us your language proof that you can be taught in English from your current university or institution. That is also acceptable. But we're not asking all the 3 documents. I mean, one of them is enough for your application. Well, questions about transferring to our university is not acceptable because it is our policy that we do not accept any transfer students. The only way for you to change your place of study is to apply to us as a new student, right? If you're a bachelor, then you have to start it from the first year. Yeah. Oh, I think my colleague have, yeah, my colleague have updated the QR code, and I will try to renew it in my slide for you to scan. Here, yeah. Okay, guys. So you can, if you can see it, you can scan this new QR code and join the group. Yeah, this is just renewed. Yeah, you can just use this one on my slide. I have just replaced it. It's a new one. Sorry, we cannot do Duolingo certificate. That is not like recognized here in this university. So today's session is about the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. As Ms. Liu have just introduced, we have quite a different majors, including the Chinese Cultural Studies, which is very popular among international students. In the following days and in following weeks, actually, we have different sessions for different schools, including the electrical engineering and electronic engineering, and including the different schools like the foreign studies, language studies management. So please follow us on the Instagram and Facebook page to get the latest information, because we are going to post every webinar session one day before the time. So you can get updated information to join us. Yeah, and thanks to my colleague, I think we have just sent our link of the YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook in the chatting room. Guys, you can click the link and follow us. The application time is now open for actually all the bachelor, master, and PhD right now. So if you're interested, you can apply according to the major and the degree you would love to. Or if you have any further questions, you can join the WeChat group and ask us. Oh, and yeah, one important thing I forgot to mention is we are now, after 3 years, the visa policy is finally open, which means from you guys, when you are applying for the intake of 2023, starting from September. So if you get admitted, and when it comes to the September of 2023, you all of you, no matter bachelor, master, or PhD, you can apply for the visa and come to China in person to study. Yeah, we're going to open. And yeah, I see students got acceptance letter from us, and yeah, we're going through all the documents, and we'll organize interview maybe by next February or March. I mean, because now the university is having the winter vacation right now and the Chinese New Year, and after that, when the next semester begins, we will start to interview all the students. So please wait patiently. You don't have to attach any documents to get the admission. You have to submit your application in the system and upload all the application documents I just mentioned right here. Okay, you have to go to the application system, fill in your information, choose the degree, school, and major you want to study, and upload these documents and pay the application fee to complete your application. And after you complete your application, we're going to evaluate your academic performance, your documents, and everything. And maybe we will organize an online interview to test you. Finally, you will be selected or not, but either way, we will email you about the final result. If you want to get acceptance letter, you just have to email and contact your professor. Okay, you do not have to give us anything. For the March intake, we do not have that. Currently, we only have September intake for all the degree students. If you want to come here in March, then our only option is the Chinese language program, which is non-degree. Yeah, you can study 1 week, 1 semester, or 1 year of Chinese language. That can be started in March 2023. But all the other bachelor, master, and PhD will get started only from September. Yeah, for those of you who haven't got notification about initial review, please wait for our email notice, because we are dealing with applications every day, and once you pass the initial review and you need to pay the application fee, we will give you an email notice. So just check your system message and email box every day, okay? And I see, if you're trying to get an acceptance letter, you just go to our school's website and check the professors list, or go to the different schools' website to be contact the professor, and the professors will give you like a brief pre-interview or just a simple communication to test you. And if you're qualified, the professors will give you the acceptance letter. Yeah, like I said, we are, if you complete your master and bachelor in other areas and you want to apply for a brand new major in your PhD phase, then that is okay. We're not judging what you have studied. We are only requiring you to give us the corresponding diploma, which means you have finished what level of study. That's the only thing we need, just the diploma. We will, in the initial review part, we are not judging you from what you have studied, right? Well, we just want to see how is your academic performance in your last diploma study. Okay, I think finally, I will show you the QR code and all our contact informations and the ways to follow us on the different platforms. So please, guys, follow us if you need any information. And now the application is open for you, for bachelor, master, and PhD, for all of you to come to the online application system, which is here, to complete your application. And thank you for joining us today. And today it's our honor to invite Ms. Liu to show us how's the study and life in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences. And in the next week, we are welcoming the School of Materials and Science and School of Management, two very popular schools, to join us and give us the webinar. I think the one is on Monday and the other is on Wednesday. So anyway, we are going to post the information on our Instagram and Facebook. So remember to follow us and get the latest information. So thank you all for today. Thank you for joining us, and hope to see you next time. Okay, thank you.